Hello friends, happy to see you again. My name is Alina and I'm going to speak with you today about fintech. Interesting fact, fintech is one of the most investable domain in 2020. If you check the biggest venture capital investments this year, you will find that 99% of them are going to the fintech startups. The webinar today will consist of 3 parts. Firstly, I will speak about some global technology news. Second, I will try to speak more about fintech industry itself. And lastly, I will invite a guest, a friend of Touch, who will be speaking about some very useful fintech solutions for business. First of all, I want to point out to one very important historical moment that happened last week. Bob and Greg, NASA astronauts, were back to the Earth safe and sound after their mission to International Space Station. All this operation was made with a private company, SpaceX. And this is truly historical thing because it opens the opportunity for many other private space companies out there in the world to enter the space industry, to start working on this field using the private laboratories, research facilities, and funding. This is a great step for humanity, I believe. And that is why I wanted to record it in this webinar. And now getting back to the fintech. In the fintech world, the news are coming, I think, every moment. When I visited the next web project called index.co, I found that around the world, every 10 minutes, somebody is investing or somebody is acquiring a fintech company. For instance, recently, Apple has bought payment startup Mobivave as a step towards turning its iPhones into payment terminals. What does it mean for us? Well, first of all, we should really think about switching from the national banks' payment systems to the platform-related international cross-border payment transactions. This might be the future of all the finances. The borders are being blurred because everyone is using iPhones or Android-based phones. Everyone is using some kind of platforms or operating systems or some applications that are absolutely country agnostic. And that means that the future of the payments is not dependent on the countries. That's something that Bitcoin and other cryptocurrency creators have been speaking for years, because they also do not believe that national banks should be the ones that are controlling the financial world and all the money in the world. But that also raises another question. Will our future depend on the corporations? Yeah, somehow reminded me of Mr. Robot TV show. Okay. I also wanted to point out another cool trend in the field, the growing popularity of the fintech companies that are providing the service to the companies that helps the staff retrieve their wages whenever they need, without waiting for the official payment date. Basically, it eliminates the need for the microloans if some employee needs to buy something bigger immediately and cannot wait until the payment day, but also it grows the employer brand image. It's obvious that one would like more the company that can give the salary to the one whenever they might need it, than the companies that will only pay me on the due date. Okay, switching to the second part of the webinar and speaking about fintech. What stands behind this concept? I'd like to emphasize that fintech or financial technology is not only about banks and financial institutions. It is about automating and optimizing any financial transactions for any kind of business. And there are many types of technology that can be used in fintech solutions. The most common is machine learning, also image recognition, and some other types of artificial intelligence. You might have heard also about distributed network technology used for securing the transactions. In other words, blockchain. Biological technology is also connected to fintech. How? When biometric indicators of the person are used to verify banking transactions. All in all, this domain is huge and one of the fastest growing one. And we know a bunch of great fintech solutions that should be definitely used by business, from small to big one, because they help to avoid human error in dealing with big numbers and make the overall processes run faster. Today, I'd like to introduce to you the FINMAP solution and invite my guest, Alex Solovei, its co-founder, to explain and show how it works. Hi, Alex. Thank you for joining us.
Hi there. Thank you.
Cool. So can you please tell us more about your background and your fields of expertise?
Yeah, of course. So I'm an entrepreneur, maybe for like about 12 years. My current business is my third business. And the previous one was quite big furniture factory. So me as an engineer, as a co-founder, we've founded from scratch, from nothing. We've developed and made our furniture factory. We were producing different types of furniture in Scandinavian style, and all of them were like serious, nothing we've made individually. And we were selling our things through all the country. So this is maybe the biggest background, because first of all, I'm an engineer for my education. I know how to develop software. I know how to develop hardware things, and and in the whole, it's more than 12 years of experience in business.
I see. And what was the problem that you saw in working on various projects that you led before? What was the problem that you identified and then decided to create FINMAP?
Yeah, so I would like to answer this question maybe from the angle of how did we came up to found our current company. Me and my partner Ivan, we traveled a lot together, and as two businessmen, we were discussing a lot of things: what is going on in my business, what's going on in his business, what's going on in the business in the whole. And it came up that a lot of problems of different businesses are almost the same. So you've got several typical problems in marketing, some typical problems in sales, in processes inside, and in the mindset of the business owners who found these companies. Background of my partner, more than 5 years in business automations. So he was developing different small softwares. All of them were custom softwares for different types of businesses to automate something inside. For somebody, it was kind of a warehouse automation. For somebody, it was kind of financial accounting automation, and so on. And during these 5 years, more than 200 projects he has made. And he's got a huge background in automation and understanding of small and medium entrepreneurs. And as soon as we were talking a lot about that, it came up that more than 70% of all the requests that he's got to his company was something about, could you please do something with my financial accounting? So that was the understanding that the big problem and the big like black hole of all the small and medium businesses is understanding what's going on in their finances. And that was the reason. So our background in the business, Ivan's background in automation, gave us understanding that it is a quite big niche it's a quite big market in the world, connected to financial accounting in the businesses. And the main thing that all the finances are absolutely similar in each country, on each continent, because each company has P&L statement, has cash flow statement, has balance sheet, and that's not depending on the language, on the size of business, and so on. So we understood that the market is really huge. We've done several researches about that, and made a decision that we should found a kind of company that will help people to solve their problems with financial accounting.
I see. Yeah, that's the way of doing a really cool solution, actually. What kind of businesses do you usually work with now using FINMAP?
Yeah, so mostly, most of all, our persona, our clients are small businesses starting from $5,000 to $10,000 turnover per month, starting from like 3-5 employees inside, and mostly they has already been in a cash gap. It's a thing in a business when you lack your finances inside of the company. There are a lot of reasons why can you be trapped in kind of thing, but mostly all of our current clients, they has already suffered from this problem.
I see. So at some point, each company understands that the business owner or whoever is working with finances cannot anymore deal with them by their bare hands or using some spreadsheets, and then they can come and start using your solution, right?
Yeah, kind of that, because if we will describe a portrait of this entrepreneur, so for now he is using his spreadsheets to drive his finances, and and you need to understand that there is two types of accounting. So one of accounting that is connected to taxes, to all the things that you need to give some reports to your government and so on. And there is another type of accounting when you need those reports as a business owner to understand what's going on in your business. Which direction should you choose? What is more profitable for you? What should you sell more, or what should you sell less to make more money? Because there are a lot of really of examples when companies, when they installed FINMAP to their business, and they have seen that 3 of their 4 directions were not profitable, and one direction was super profitable that covered all the expenses of other directions. So when you're a small or medium business and you haven't got any special software for that, most of all you use spreadsheets, and the problem is that you can miss some formula, or you have got like 5 or 10 spreadsheets to run all the finances of your business, and you are it's kind of mess inside. And you need to make decisions based on the data, not based on your feelings. So you need special software for that. And of course you can do that in spreadsheets, but you need to be kind of an expert how to do all the graphs, how to manage all the spreadsheets, and you should be sure that there are no mistakes inside, because if you do some mistake in the formula, you will be working with not real data, and you will make not right decisions. And we've made software that helps by several clicks to have all the analytics, to calculate all the finances, and most of all, you don't need to do you don't need several spreadsheets to have your P&L statement and cash flow statement. Our software does it automatically.
Wow, that sounds really interesting. Does it also integrate with all the existing CRM and other systems that are already in the company?
Yes, definitely. If you want, we've got a special API that is absolutely you can connect with help of this API to any software you want, just to hire a developer that will help you to do that, because all of the businesses are really very different in those kind of software that they are using. So so we do not do these integrations by ourselves, but we give all the manuals, all the special keys to our API, and any problem to connect it to any software.
Wow. That sounds really fantastic and helpful to the business. And what countries are you actually working with already? What geography do you cover with FINMAP? And are you planning to expand to the whole world or to some particular region?
Yes, of course. As I like to say that our project, our company is born global. And for right now, we're working in 12 countries. It is all the CIS countries. So it is Ukraine, it's Kazakhstan, it's Russia, it's Georgia, and so on and so on. So the former CIS countries. And our main strategy is to make our software translatable to any language you need. And we want to expand to the southern, to the South America region and to African region. We haven't done any calculations about the market yet, exactly, I mean, for the exact figures, but understanding how huge those countries are with quite similar languages. So it's like French, English, and Portuguese languages there. And all the countries are developing countries. So they're almost the same level like CIS countries. So this understanding gives us a huge, gives us understanding that there's huge opportunities exactly in these countries. So this is our global strategy.
Okay, clear. Wish you good luck with that. And actually, I would like to ask you to share the demo of how your software works so that our community could see and grasp the understanding of how it works and how it will look like for them.
Yeah, of course, with pleasure.
Now,
this is the screen that usually user sees. So this is already pre-installed data inside so that you can see what is going on. The main screen that you see is like all the log of all your transactions. You see the you see the date, you see the what was going on, like it was income or it was withdraw. You see what was the counterparty with whom you're working, and some additional data. So one of the main things that you see all the time is how much money, how much funds you've got and where. Because when you're running a smaller or medium business, definitely you've got several bank accounts, you've got several cash accounts, and so on and so on. And the big problem for entrepreneurs, most of all, is that they really do not understand where are their money. And here at one glance, you can see all the funds where they are. So you see all the inner accounts. And by the way, we've got the technology that's called inner and outer accounts. It's our own know-how that helps you to drive all the finances, but not doing several transactions for that. What do I mean? When you're doing P&L and cash flow statements, you need to insert this data twice if you're using spreadsheets. But because one transaction you need to do in the P&L and another transactions you need to do in your cash flow to drive the finances correctly. But our interface is created to avoid this double transaction. And you just insert the data only once, and the system understands by itself where to put this data, to the P&L or to the cash flow. So, and that's why we've got inner and outer accounts. This is all things that you've got in your business, and this all that you've got in like outer of your business. So this is your debts and it's your credits. So it means that you see here who owes you and who do you own. Then what else? We've got analytics that is based on the data, and the big the very great thing about that is that you've got all the data visualized. Of course, you can see all the data like in your like you're used to see in the spreadsheets, but human is a kind of there's a special way of understanding the information by the human being. And most of all, we're it is much more easier to understand the visual data, not the numbers. So we've done several types of graphs that you can see and you can analyze it. And of course, you can do it very, very precisely. So you can choose the categories, you can choose the projects and so on, and see what was going on in your business, that why have you done this in this month or that in that month. Of course, cash flow statement, of course, P&L statements, all is done automatically. You can see all this visualized. Then you've got several types of reports. All they are like world-class reports just by one click. So you click it and you understand everything that is going on in your business due to your data. You've got payment calendar. That exactly this tool helps to avoid those cash gaps. So the situation is a very dangerous situation for small and medium businesses when your lack of your funds exactly when your business is growing. So from time to time, you haven't got enough money to pay all your bills. So this is a huge problem, and more than 70% of businesses in the first and the second year closes. They are just bankrupted just because of the cash gaps. And this interface helps you to avoid this. And of course, there are several other features. You can control the level of access in the software, and you can help, for example, you can delegate all those things to your employees, and they can only insert the data and they do not see all the informations inside of the software. And because of that, you've got all the inserted data. You don't need to spend time for that, and your employees don't see everything in the business. So shortly, this is the most.
Okay, that's, I think, makes everything very clear to our viewers. And if they have any questions, they can always reach out to us and we will happily connect them with you, Alex.
Of course.
So that you could explain even more and clarify and show further how the system works. And also, I'd like to emphasize one more time that very soon, this whole system will be available in all the possible languages. I mean, like all the common international languages, so everyone can use it. Well, I think it looks very nice and helpful, as already mentioned. So one more question that is bothering all the entrepreneurs and business owners is all these platforms secure enough to store all the financial data and to be connected to all the bank accounts and so on? How much do you care about security and safety of all the information obtained from the users?
Yeah, of course. It is one of my favorite questions because the data security is our philosophy. Because from the very beginning, when we started to create the architecture of the system, it was the fundamental thing to do all the data encrypted. So all the data that is stored in on the servers, and by the way, they're a cloud, so there are no physical place where they're situated. All the information is encrypted. We use 256 SSL certificate for that. So it is a bank level of encryption. So it is the most secure encryption in the world. Then the second thing, that when your computer through your browser connects to the server, this connection is encrypted as well, and we use the same connection, the same encryption for this connection. So it is as secure as all the bank data in your bank. So this is the world-class security, and we're very proud of that because we've spent a lot of money and time to do such kind of system, because we understand that the financial data is maybe one of the most important data in the businesses. So it should be stored and it should be transferred as much secure as it possible. So it is our thing that we are very, very proud.
Wow, that's really cool that you care about that in comparison to some corporate companies that are working globally. Yeah, cool. So that means that all the transactions will be safe. Awesome. I think that's all for our interview today. Just very last question to you: what would you advise to Georgian business, especially the current situation?
Of course. With pleasure. And I advise it not only for Georgian, for every entrepreneur. First of all, you need to understand that controlling finances of your business is the thing that will help to drive your business and to develop your business. Because as I say, that money is the blood of your business, and if you do not control it, it won't transfer all those good things in your company inside. So this is the first thing, and exactly in these times, for now, only those companies that are data-driven decisions inside, only those companies will be profitable, because none of the companies that are doing just some things on their understanding, none of them will survive. So my advice is that you should control the blood of your business, the money.
Yeah, that's very philosophical also. Okay, awesome. That was a great conversation. Thank you a lot for joining us. Thank you for the demonstration. If anyone has any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to us and then to Alex also. I will leave his contacts too in the comments to the webinar video. Thank you for joining us, Alex. Have a nice day.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Catch with you soon.
Yeah,
Bye.
see you. Goodbye.
Okay, that's all for today. I was really glad that you have joined us and you have watched the webinar. Next episodes will be more connected to the communication of the business and, of course, optimization of communication. Something about public relations, something about engagement, and many other interesting things that are very important in the world of digital. Thank you for your attention and for your time. Have a nice time. Bye.